Hi, welcome to Cosmic Chronicles, where we play Starfinder. Um,
Just a streak.
it's I was like, did I get that right? I had to stop and think about it.
I think that's
Um, we are streaming this on a Friday instead of on Tuesday this week because we had to delay. But this is the second to last session before we stop streaming. Um, And right now we are on Avalon, which is the I would say robot world. They're not really robots.
It kind of is,
Anacytes.
though.
Yeah, but they call themselves anacytes. This is the anacyte home world. I think Terowin's beating everyone. Those are D4s, Leeton.
I know. I picked the wrong one and then realized it wasn't one anyway because the colors of my dice were wrong.
Brian.
So it was a whole thing.
That's when you say, "Yeah, I know. I was just making sure you were paying attention."
Yeah, I was totally making sure that the GM was paying attention to the game.
I think Chad is bribing me with these nugs.
I'm totally gonna get all the good things because of the nugs. Am I gonna get the shinies because of the nugs?
Oh, so many shinies.
His first roll of the
Thank
night's
you
gonna
for
be a crit.
following Dark Galaxies.
I want my nugs.
These are McDonald's nugs, and they literally taste like childhood nostalgia.
Oh.
Interestingly enough, they also smell like the McDonald's play place, with a little less dirty diaper.
And yet you're still stuffing it in your face. You fat bastard.
He did say less of the diaper smell, so.
No, that's what the play place smelled like. It was rubber, diaper, and chicken McNug. That was the scent.
That's
I don't
correct.
know if I could eat those without the diaper smell. It's kind of integral to the experience.
Also, you're vegan, but like
That-
setting that whole thing aside,
that actually
it's really the
might-
lack of diaper smell.
No, that might not matter. I'm not so sure that there is meat in those. I do think it's rubber with chicken flavor.
I'm not sure there's anything edible in those.
It's just processed, like.
It is, and it's gross, but I don't
bark.
want to think about it. No, there is chicken, but there's quote
Sure?
filler. Yeah, but it's not chicken like a chicken breast.
It's all the parts of the chicken that you wouldn't want to eat.
It has to be dyed to get the color it actually is.
Yeah, don't worry. It's just like sawdust and like soy and like pig slime and chicken feet and beaks and.
Up to the chicken
those,
feet, that was kind of sounding like an average vegan meal, man.
You're not wrong.
He eats sawdust salads.
I am terrified.
Okay, so anyway, Anacyte Homeworld, Avalon, where our adventuring party is attempting to infiltrate a temple to the Devourer and interrupt the communication hub of the cult of the Devourer with a magic dagger that is actually a dagger. That's not like a software program. Like, it's actually a dagger.
Sure you don't mean Fisk and Friends? I think we're called Fisk and Friends.
Well, you're not coming through Discord, but I did think that was funny. Say it again.
It was in reference to earlier when you said adventuring party, and I said, don't you mean Fisk and Friends? I'm pretty sure you mean Fisk and Friends.
Yep, Fisk and Friends.
Hey, I am the dad of this group.
Ergon and his many children.
Thank you.
May his offspring be blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
I didn't spring off my dragon.
All right. So, when we last left off, you guys were doing some turning in for the night at local brothels, hotels.
Why did I know we were going there?
I mean, they were actually hotels. Unless anyone specifically wants to seek out an Anacyte brothel, in which case I have many questions for your character.
Do they vibrate?
Like,
robots?
Is this personal curiosity, or...
This was personal curiosity. I'm very curious about what these beings are like.
You know, you could find out in character.
I don't condone brothels.
Does Grits, like, engage in sexual behavior?
I don't think I mean, like, I think if it's not shiny, he's not interested. Like, his sexual preference is shiny.
So then Anacite might be right up his alley.
I'm a little afraid to Google goblin sexuality, so I'm not really
Don't goblins reproduce by budding? They're like
Mm.
sponges, right?
I'm
They're like
not
sea
sure I
sponges.
can comment on it.
This is what incognito mode is for.
Winston's Googling it.
Hashtag Google.
If you're talking about it on the internet, does that really
well-
warrant incognito?
He's just found a Pathfinder
Okay,
article on
so
it.
there is actually, like, on the Pathfinder wiki, a reference to goblin sexuality. Many humans in similar races find it hard to distinguish goblin genders, though they do possess reproductive organs. Excessive weight is considered a sign of beauty among female goblins, with the ideal of goblin sexuality being an obese female Barghest.
Well, I guess that's what Grits is into then. Fat goblin ladies.
So
I mean,
we run into, like, a
no, whatever-
bugbear.
Whatever floats
Why
your
did
boat.
you just
man.
give that GM? Like, you gave her so much. Why would you?
Yeah,
do that?
like at some point in the future now, you guys are gonna have to meet a massively obese goblin female.
TBH, I want to know what Deida looked like, because Grits had a thing going on there, so...
You know.
I think that was probably just because she shined a lot. She was glowy.
That is
Like I
correct.
said, I'm pretty sure Grits' actual sexual orientation is things that are shiny.
So, Grits sexually identifies as a niffler.
Yes.
Hashtag Niffler.
All right, so Grits is a niffler. That's canon.
No, the appropriate hashtag was please don't sue us.
Also that. So Grits is a niffler. Moving on. But in all seriousness, I think you guys were gonna find some lodgings for the night and kind of hunker down. So unless you have anything else you want to do, we will assume that that happens.
Oh, I'm ready to hunker so hard.
Okay, Fisk is sleeping. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right,
I'll
you
do
guys
the
all
wrong.
find accommodations pretty easily and bunker down for the night. I feel like this is the part of like standard fantasy games where you have to go through a whole thing where you meet the innkeeper and you get a room and you pay for it and whatever. But like in a modern society like this, there's basically no need. Like you walk into a building, there's a menu, you select your room, you put in a credit chip, it takes money off your credit chip, it gives you a key, you go to your room. They don't really have customer service here.
It's like Japan.
Yeah, it's like
Fair
Japan
enough.
with even more robots than Japan. Hard to imagine, but
So, like,
pretty much Avalon.
Well, for that to be possible, it would have to only be robots.
I mean, it pretty much is. It's like 98% anicytes and androids. I could actually look at the statistics because they tell you the percentage population of the different planets. But yeah, it's really high. It's pretty much robots. Okay, so you guys turn in for the night. The next morning, you are awoken by the hotel room announcing to you what time it is and flooding the room with light. There aren't really windows. It just turns the lights on.
Is this like one of those hotels in Japan where each room is like 6 square feet and you basically just slide into your coffin and close the door?
Yes.
We would have so
Yes.
much room.
Ye-
However,
Hmm.
what about Aragon?
They have different sized rooms for different sized species, and you indicate your species when you check in, and it provides a room accommodation for your size.
I think I would have put just elf then.
That seems fair.
Can someone remind me how to resolve my fatigue?
Yeah, you go to sleep.
We did that.
How do you solve this? You do what you're doing.
I mean, like, how do I, like, on my card, my character sheet?
Click the thing and press
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, that.
You lick it.
Don't lick it.
I just deleted it.
Please don't lick it.
I too had fatigue.
Yeah, fighting those.
Oh,
Shall
hey,
we
you know what I need to do, by the way?
What do you need to do?
I need to
Ghost
reload my
poses.
weapon.
You can do that.
No. Make him roleplay it out. Come on now.
Please,
Actually, you're probably
please
accurate.
role play out reloading your weapon. No, he doesn't have to role play out reloading his weapon.
I'd like to roleplay polishing my spear, please.
God damn it, Tara.
No, we
need
don't
to
do
hear
that
Whoa,
on.
come on.
Wait.
This is PG.
Wait.
Yes, all three of us went exactly the same place. with
No, that wasn't what I was waiting about. Terowin is a she.
that. Whatever, she can call it whatever she wants to.
Um,
Polishing a spear is close to polishing the bean, so.
What are you guys talking about?
what?
I just
Hey,
need to
hey,
clean my
Phrase,
weapon.
Don't worry
polishing the
about it.
bean is a phrase, so I assumed he was going
No,
off
it's
of the phrase.
flicking the
No, it's
bean.
flicking the
It's not
bean.
polishing
I
the
have
bean.
also heard polishing the bean.
You've heard wrong.
You polish it, like, you know. God damn it, you guys. Why would you flick it? That would be painful. The only person who would refer to it as flicking is a man who has no concept of how to get a woman off, because flicking her clitoris would not be comfortable.
I'm sorry for you, Winston. You have no concept of
This is
flickering
a
woman.
good time to remind our audience that this channel is rated "Don't watch if you're offended." Viewer discretion is advised.
This channel is adult content possible. I don't know what to say.
So Terowin polishes her spear bean, and the next morning comes around, and we're flooded with light. Is that what I got?
Yep, flooded with light. There's an alarm. It says, you know, it's beeping at you. Mer, 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 mer. You can't actually see a button to turn it off. You're not really sure. You think maybe you just have to get out of the room.
Fisk dismantles the panel in the room.
There's no panel.
Fisk makes a panel.
There's no panel.
He makes a panel to dismantle.
What is this?
the
This
panel
is like a
to fix the
hermetically
thing?
sealed box. There's no gaps,
No.
cracks.
There's a button to open the door so that you can get out, but this is literally like a very small, like there's barely enough room to stand in it. There's room to lie down. It's a bed. You sleep in it. Your belongings are tucked underneath it in like a little safekeeping box. When you get in, you push the button, it closes the door, turns the lights out for you. You've been woken up in the morning, the lights are on. There's just kind of like lights above you, and then there's a button to push to open the door to get back out. That's it.
There was no television?
No.
I demand to see the proprietor.
I mean,
I'd
okay.
I'd like to hear Grits go make that demand.
Now.
I will leave the room.
This is like an attempt by Anacytes to provide some kind of accommodation for visiting tourists who are biological, but without any real grasp of what a biological organism needs, given that Anacytes just turn themselves off at night. They tried, okay?
And failed.
I mean, completely and utterly failed, but they did try.
Yeah, I'll leave my room. Very
Okay.
upset.
I need to speak to a manager.
There's no manager.
Damn it.
This is a self-serve hotel.
I need to angrily kick the vending machine.
Okay, you can do that. Please roll a d4 to see how badly you stub your toe.
But what about, wait, can he roll to see if anything falls out of the vending machine, though?
Yes, roll another d4 to see if anything falls out. Okay. Yeah, so a small can comes out. It's one of those like Japanese style canned coffees. Cold canned coffees.
Of all the possible things, it could have been in a can in a Japanese vending machine.
Well, it's not a Japanese vending machine. It's an Anacyte vending machine. But it does have a can of cold coffee that falls out. But you do stub your toe really hard, and you take 1 point of stun from that, from stubbing your toe.
Wrong system though.
Sorry, fatigue.
Okay.
I'm in too many different systems.
I'm like looking on my sheet for stun damage, and I
Sorry.
And I realize this is not Cortex. Okie dokie. I take the damage, but I get a can of coffee.
God damn it. Okay, what are you guys doing now?
I guess we have to meet up with our best friend, whose name I'm not gonna try to pronounce.
Okay. So you're gonna go back to that bar where he said to meet him?
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan.
Sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna ask Fisk. Fisk, why are you limping?
The rooms were really small. It was kind of hard to sleep. I got a little cramp in the night. That's all.
Please roll bluff. I feel like you use the bluff skill more than anyone else.
Maybe. And I use it well.
Tara, when he's
So,
lying.
well, we all know that dads can't lie, so.
Yeah, well, it's not. I mean, everybody watched me kick the machine, so it's not
Did
like
they?
this is.
Sounds like Grits didn't watch you. Maybe Grits didn't make it out of his pod yet. I will say that if you want to say that Terwin saw you, Terwin, you wouldn't have had to roll a sense motive. Grits, you can
Okay.
roll sense motive if you want. Grits believes you. He believes it was a cramp.
Yeah, I believe it was a cramp.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
I'm sad that Grits didn't ask that in Grits' voice though. I'm just saying.
Hashtag Grit's voice.
Okay. So you guys head off to the bar, right?
Correct. Well, I do. I don't know about anybody else.
I think that.
Oh, we're all with you.
So as you approach the bar, you do see 100 scars. I can shorten his name because I'm not in game. He's standing kind of outside of it, leaning against the wall, kind of in much the same way that he was in the Unification Cathedral, just kind of hanging out there, looking very intimidating for anyone that doesn't know who he is. Again, he's very tall. He's very muscular. He's currently unarmed, but does have a holster at his side where a gun might go. And he looks a bit tired.
Greetings. No luck making it to your apartment?
No, I couldn't shake the tail. I'm sorry. No, I couldn't go back. I couldn't risk picking the tail up again, so I didn't go back. They were still watching my apartment. So here's what I figure. I can get you to the theology channel. I can get you to the temple for the cult. And I can post guard up outside. But other than that, I won't be of much help. I figured it could be good to have an extra set of eyes out front while you're in there, though.
It's a good idea.
All right, follow me, and we'll head to the closest railway station. And he turns around and heads off down the street.
Into the sunset.
There's no sunset. You're just literally surrounded by skyscrapers. It's a megaplex.
I will.
Well, that's
follow.
sad.
All right. It doesn't take you guys too long to get to another station. You board it. This one is a little more tourist friendly than the one you took last time. It's above ground. It has a couple of cars for biological life forms that are a little more comfy. The seats have cushions on them. There are different sized seats to kind of accommodate different sized biological species.
Do the cars have air too?
Oh yes, the cars have air.
Do our eyes come out of our heads if we don't close them when the train moves?
No.
biological
it takes
life forms.
over near the Unification Cathedral to the Theology Channel. Once you're there, you disembark, and 100 Scars begins to lead you again down the streets. And this section of the city looks very different to you than the other parts of Striving that you've been in, like the spaceport, those pictures that you saw last session, the Unification Cathedral. Everything has been very clean. It's been very very devoid of life. Anacytes going around, androids going around. There are a few biological life forms, but it's very much clean lines, clean architecture. Nobody has put anything biological in, like trees or anything like that. The city has felt very cold. The Theology Channel feels a little different. There are temples here to every god in the Pact Worlds, and there are a lot of gods in the Pact Worlds. So this is a massive section of the city where the buildings aren't just giant skyscrapers. You can see over the roofs of these buildings. They have windows in them. They have sigils carved into them, symbols of different gods or goddesses. It's beautiful, but it stands out very obviously against the backdrop of essentially a country-sized city. There's this little pocket of temples that really don't look like they belong. 100 Scars is leading you down the roads here, in between different temples. Tara, when you do see maybe a couple blocks over, there's a really tall spire of what looks like amber glass, and you do see that the sigils carved into it are representative of Sarenrae. You don't see much of it because it's far off, but you can tell that there's a temple to Sarenrae here.
I'll take note of that.
And you feel, when you look at it again, a bit of warmth in you. Just like, you imagine this is what it feels like to people who can go and just like lie in the sun on a warm day. This isn't something you've ever really been able to do as a drow, but that feeling that you get reminds you of what you imagine that would feel like.
This makes me happy.
Fisk, you notice a temple that you guys end up going past, and it almost makes you a little uncomfortable. It's the temple to Lao Shupo, the grandmother rat, the goddess of the Isoki, who is neutral evil and not a particularly great goddess. If I remember correctly, Fisk isn't really a worshiper of her.
This is correct.
You do see several Isoki there among the Anacytes. Most of them actually look like pretty standard Isoki. They don't look necessarily very shady. And it occurs to you that this is probably one of the few places that an Isoki could go to look at a temple to Lao Shupo without having to interact with some of her cult-like followers, since this is primarily a place of study. This temple would be kind of separate from the rest of the very dark, seedy, shady kind of temples where you would usually see Lao Shupo. It does stand out a little bit as being, it's black, angular, and has the massive curled up skeleton of a rat on the front of it. Not a pleasant looking place.
Got it.
It takes a bit of walking, probably a good another hour in and around different temples, mostly in silence. The people here, there are a lot more biological life forms than in other places on Striving. So you don't stand out quite as much as you have. But there are still a fair number of anicytes and androids, and you can get the feeling that a lot of the people here are either tourists or scholars. You aren't seeing a lot of like devoted followers in this area. It's pretty much, you see, people who are clearly tourists pointing at things, looking at maps, and you see groups of maybe students huddled together, different groups of anicytes and androids with like notepads, and they're writing notes down and moving in groups discussing things. You hear theological discussions happening, but not so much from a perspective of a devoted follower of a god, and more so from the perspective of an outsider looking in. So eventually you do reach the temple that you're looking for. Between two fairly large cathedrals, one of them is to Ibra, the other one you don't recognize. There is a small dark alley, and 100 Scars leads you down the alley. And you can see at the end of the alleyway that there is a door, and there is a sigil over the door that looks like a black hole tinged in red with a white line going through it. And you recognize this as the symbol of the Devourer. It looks like maybe there's a building kind of built in between the two cathedrals, kind of a little behind it, but it's hard to tell. This is pretty much just a narrow alleyway that you're walking down, and at the end of it, there's a door.
Creepy.
100 Scars looks down, kind of nods towards it with his head and says, "This is as far as I'll be taking you. I'll post up here in the alleyway. Keep an eye out. Make sure that nobody's coming in. I look pretty, scary to a lot of people. I think I might be able to keep a fair few scholars and tourists away while you guys take care of things in there."
How are we gonna know if something goes wrong? Do you have a way to communicate with us, or is there a sign?
No, I kind of figured I would just come in there if there was something happening.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
I don't have any gun right now, and I don't have any method of communicating with you. I'm just trying to give you a little heads up.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Maybe we should have a code word.
Sure.
That would make sense.
Does Thimble have one of the communicators?
Did Sarah freeze for anybody else, or is that just me?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, Sarah and Chad both went down.
That happened earlier too with both of them.
There we go.
There we go.
Sorry. Looks like we're good now.
I wonder if the cable to your guys' switch is loose, because that's the only thing that could cause both of you to have a hiccup and not me. Do your thing, Sarah. I'm gonna disappear for a second.
Okay. 100 Scars kind of nods to you, Terowin. He's kind of been treating you as the leader. And he steps aside so that you can pass and heads down to the entrance to the alleyway, where he posts up in much the same position that he's been in previously, leaning against the wall, arms crossed, looking really intimidating.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna walk past him into the temple, I guess.
I'm gonna follow our fearless leader.
Yeah, Kurtz isn't very intimidated by any of this, so he's just gonna kind of waltz on in. He's not really
Is he
familiar
like being
with all of these.
towards us, or just in general?
What was that, Brian?
He being like trying to be intimidating towards us, or just more in general?
100 scars is just kind of being generally intimidating.
Okay, never mind then. Never mind.
All right, I'm gonna follow Terwin.
All right, you guys on the map.
Oh, there is map.
Oh, there is map.
Hashtag map.
One moment as I prepare map.
Pending on the maps.
All right, there you guys go.
I expect to see the map in about 20 minutes.
I believe that's all we get.
Yeah, zoom out, Winston.
Oh, okay.
If you make your square smaller, it'll shrink that map down.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't have map.
I will
Just,
try to share it again.
Just go ahead and zoom in.
If you click on images, you should be able to select the new folder.
New folder?
It's at the top. See where it says all?
Oh, the new new group. Okay.
Where it says all. Click on that, all, and then click new. And then do the, it should be at the bottom, Temple of the Devourer. Oh, no, it should be Temple of the Devourer, which it looks like it just isn't sharing with you at all. Hold on.
Weird.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
It's weird, it's only sharing to Fisk and Terwin.
Should we turn it off and then back on again? Nope, there it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, nope.
No?
I clicked a button.
Oh.
Weird.
Just Fantasy Grounds things.
Is there a hashtag for that?
Hashtag Fantasy Ground things. I'm a millennial. Not actually.
Brian and Chad, can you guys close Fantasy Grounds and open it back up again? I can't think of anything else to do.
Sure.
Didn't hear you, but she said, please hold, Fantasy Grounds is freezing.
Oh, good, I didn't miss
Network
anything.
notice, client rules set down. Whoa. Okay, that's weird. Fantasy Ground showed me a console.
Okay,
It'll
it's
do that
sharing to
sometimes if you
Ergon
have an
now.
error.
It still isn't sharing to Grits. You've already reloaded. Oh, it looks like there's a map there. Yes! Do you have the map, Chad?
I have the map.
Perfect.
It's loading slowly.
It's not loading. That's all that I have unmasked.
Oh, okay.
It's unmasking slowly.
Okay, you guys got it? Everything ready to go?
Maybe.
Yeah, I can see and move myself, so it's all I
Okay. You're moving forward, Tarwin?
Sure, I'll take a step in. I'm just waiting to be assaulted by something.
Gonna happen.
Winston, you're not coming through Discord.
I don't know what to do about that. I'm so sorry.
This is like the night of technology nightmares. Oh, that's cool. Not foreboding at all.
It's like a black hole in the middle of the room. Is that a pulsar?
No, we're all gonna die. We're gonna get sucked in.
It's literally the Devourer.
Should I go lick it?
Yeah, you probably should.
I don't think
The
so.
event horizon.
Don't
Lick
put
the
it
event
in your
horizon.
mouth.
What would I see versus what would you guys see if I put my tongue inside of it?
Okay, so
Oh.
it's just painted on the floor, guys.
Out of context.
Painted on the floor.
But go on, stick your tongue right in that big black hole. I'm sorry.
Don't make me.
Actually, Sarah, this black hole would go really well with our new ship on Sunday night.
Sigh.
Oh boy.
I'm not involved.
All right, so what are you doing, guys? You've got a map.
Are there any people around?
Nope.
I'm assuming this map means we're gonna have combat at some point.
Meta.
I,
Get out of here with that.
Or maybe
All
you
right.
have to find where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
I'm gonna wait
examine
for-
the thing on the floor.
It is a painting that has been painted onto the tiles of a black hole tinged with red with a white line through it. Now, at this point, it's old, it's kind of faded and weathered and a bit stained, so everything is kind of tinged with this orange rust color, similar to the rusty tiles.
Awesome.
Is this door locked?
It is.
What kind of lock is it?
Well, couple things.
One of them new fancy schmancy computer locks?
So yes, but also there are chains across it.
Oh.
With multiple large padlocks.
Someone does not want people going in this room. So there's nobody around, right?
Nope.
Are there any cameras on the ceiling or the wall?
Nope. It's very stripped down. In fact, this room is completely empty except for the doors.
Is
Interesting.
this door locked?
It is not.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay. You open it and step into what is kind of a library. Ergon, are you opening that door?
I was trying to figure out how to get my arrow to move, but I couldn't figure it out.
Oh.
Sarah, can you do something to the map to allow us to zoom out?
Yeah, I told you, if you resize it smaller.
I can't. This is as small as it will go.
Hang on.
So the answer we're coming to is Fantasy Grounds has just decided this is as zoomed out as it gets.
So anyway, sorry about that. So, Ergon, you have entered into a what clearly is the sanctuary. I guess you would say. I don't know if you would really want to use the word sanctuary to describe this place, but also let me resize your character. I forgot you're small now. Okay, you should be good.
Holy crap, am I huge?
Yeah, you're a large character. Grits. Okay, so hang on. Let me do one room at a time. So Ergon, you have entered a room that is lit not by overhead fluorescence as the rest of the rooms have been, but by actual torches on the walls. There are 2 rows of pews, one on either side down a center aisle. The center aisle has um, another symbol on the floor of the devourer, again tinged with rust. This room is large. It's echoey. Seems fairly empty. There's no one in here. And at the very end of that aisle, you see an altar. The altar has a book on it. You can't really see what at this distance, but it has a book laying on it. And it has 2 human skulls, one on either side, blackened with age.
Okay. I'm gonna move up and investigate said book.
Okay. As you walk down the aisle, your footsteps clang on the tiles. It's very echoey. Um, the room, it has tall ceilings, but you can't really see what's going on up there because there's no lighting on the ceilings. It's just from these torches on the walls. As you approach the altar, you notice that it is made of metal. It's very industrial. It looks like this whole area has kind of just been put together by someone who thought they knew what the correct aesthetic would be for a temple built to the devourer, but not quite. You can see as you approach that the skulls are not real. Um, they look like identical copies. Maybe somebody crafted these out of a mold, but they don't look like they're real skulls. They do look blackened with age, but they don't look like they were actually, ripped from a human or anything. And the book is uh, simply texts on the devourer, um, rather than being anything particularly nefarious, like a description of how to sacrifice humans or something. It's myths and legends of the devourer put into a book that somebody put here on the altar, as if they had some concept that there should be a holy book here, but they weren't really sure what the devourer's holy book was.
Hmm.
We're gonna flip over to Grits real quick. So Grits is in what looks like a library. It's very weird looking. Let me uncover the rest of that map for you. Okay. It's the same rusty tile floors. The tables and shelves look like maybe they've been added in more recent years as people have come here to study. And there are books, um, lots of books. There are different bottles and things. Again, the impression that you might get is that this was designed by someone trying to go for a particular aesthetic of a creepy temple to a god of evil, but it doesn't quite hit the mark. Like, you feel like you're supposed to feel like this is creepy, but you just don't quite. Almost like going to a haunted house or, um, one of those rides at an amusement park where they're trying to scare you, but you just can't quite be scared because it's not really real. Fisk, Tyrone, what are you guys doing?
gonna,
What?
Nope, go ahead, Terwan, sorry.
I'm gonna try to work on this this chain, like these padlocks first.
So Fisk, when he sees you start doing that, he scurries over and says, wait, hang on a sec. And I want to make sure that there are no traps that have been hooked up to these chains.
Okay. So you're gonna want to do. Let's see. Just do a perception check for me. You are not perceiving any traps. It just seems like somebody decided this part of the building shouldn't be accessed. Lots of chains, lots of padlocks. There's definitely an electric lock. And you're not.
There they go again.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oof.
Something's going on there.
So, Ergon,
So,
what
hold
are
on.
you doing? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You cut out for like the last 8 words of your sentence. Something is going on with your and Chad's side of the room, and we'll have to figure it out when we can.
Okay. So the last part I said was you aren't even sure what's on the other side. There might be even more locks on the other side. And then Ergon, what are you up to?
Your business has.
What do I have? Sure.
Contemplating.
I don't really have any good skills in anything that would like find out what this book is.
Try
'Cause I
anyway.
can't-
That would be culture, right?
That would be culture.
I can't help you there.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it first. I'm gonna try to figure out what this book is based on my knowledge and see what happens.
Okay. I will give you a choice here. If you want, you can do mysticism instead of culture. Either one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go culture, being that mysticism is red on my thing and scary.
Okay, go with culture then.
So.
Really, the thing that stands out to you about this book, it doesn't seem particularly old. The weathering looks like it's artificial. Somebody maybe burned the edges of the papers, spilled some coffee on it or something. It doesn't look like it's really ancient. It looks like it's supposed to look ancient. It kind of gives you the feeling of seeing something in a museum, where they've tried to recreate something, but they didn't have quite enough information to accurately recreate it, so they're just doing the best that they can. As you flip through it, the text really doesn't seem like it was written by a follower of the Devourer. It looks like it was written by someone who did studies on the Devourer. It's a collection of, like I said, myths and legends. There's commentary. You can see there are footnotes in this. The author of this text collected stories of the Devourer, compiled them, and then with his research and knowledge made notes on it and included other references, other things you could read if you were interested. But it reads very much like a scholarly text and not a religious text.
Okay.
We're going to pop over to Grits. What's going on?
Is there anything of interest to me in this room? Like, what's in the bottles?
So the bottles, again, feel kind of like I don't know if Grits would catch on to this really in particular, but it's very much more for an aesthetic kind of a thing. What Grits does notice is that they're pretty shiny. Some of the bottles here have small gems on them. Some of the books have gems in the covers. They've kind of placed things haphazardly around in a manner that makes it look like someone was here studying recently. You have no idea if they really were or not, or if maybe this is just the way they have it set up. Maybe somebody just placed everything here. It's hard to tell. There's not, you would notice a lack of papers lying around, like note papers. It's really almost exclusively books, scrolls, and bottles of. It actually doesn't seem like there's anything in the bottles. They're just different colors. If Grits picks one up, it's light. It doesn't feel like there's anything in it.
Pick one up and kind of shake it. And...
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything in it. It's just there.
Okay.
You would also notice that there is a door yeah, that one. You see a door.
I'm gonna go through that door.
Okay, that door is locked with an electronic pad.
I'm gonna try to hack it.
Okay. That is gonna be a computers check. Oh, you hella hack that.
Grits knows computers.
I do want to know, did Grits take anything from this room? Is he taking any bottles or books?
No, I'm pretty savvy when it comes to what real shinies are versus fake shinies, and it all looks like costume jewelry to me.
No, these are real.
Oh, then I took some things.
Okay, yeah. So, the idea isn't so much that like everything is fake. It's just that like the person that put this stuff here doesn't really know what they're doing. So you have these books that are like texts that have nothing of real interest or value in them, and then there's like a couple leather-bound tomes that look like they are real, that have gems in them. There's just like there's no consistency here in terms of what they've selected and placed out. And if Ergon were to look in the library, the assumption would be that they just picked one of the books and decided, we're going to put this one on the altar. And they happened to pick a scholarly text. A couple of these texts, if Grits were to look at them, would seem like maybe religious texts of the Devourer. Some of them do have real gems in them. Some of them have fake gems. Some of them have fake gold leaf on the cover. If you want to try and discern which are like of actual value and which are fake and figure out which things Grits would take, you can make a roll for that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception. Okay, not as many things as you would have liked, but you do find one book where the spine has rubies going down it. And there are a couple bottles where the stoppers are gems, real gems. You aren't sure which kind, but you can determine those are.
They're shiny.
Real. They're very shiny.
I'm gonna take the stoppers from the bottles.
Okay.
And stow them into my pockets, but I don't want to disturb the bottles.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand. Okay, so the bottles you see that actually have gems in them are on top of this table, which is about at head height for you. You clamber up onto the table, and you manage to remove the stoppers from those bottles without knocking anything over or disturbing anything.
How many stoppers do I get?
You get 2.
Okay. I'll hop down off the table and go hack the door. I'm gonna leave the book alone.
Okay.
I'm not into reading, so.
Really, we're all shocked by that revelation.
Grits knows computers. Grits doesn't know books.
All right, so with the door, you did successfully hack that. I'm going to leave that check alone. The door slides open, and this is what you see. And we are going to pause there and switch over to Fisk and Tarot. What are you guys doing?
So when Fisk, picks up the change and scrutinizes them, he kind of wrinkles up his nose and it twitches and he says, well, doesn't look like there's any trap here.
I'm not surprised. I doubt they would trap a door in a temple, at least where people can easily access it.
I don't know. This is a really weird god. I mean, it might be kind of like a rite of passage or something. Like you have to die. It's a. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Isn't this the Scholarly Temple, though?
Yeah, that's a good point. I can help you with these if you want a little help getting this lock open.
Sure.
Nice and strong. Fisk flexes an arm. It's like a twig.
So you want to try and break the chains?
I'm just gonna try to pick the lock.
No. Fisk is offering to help. One of them is electronic, right?
Yeah, behind all of the chains, there is an electronic pad on the door.
Can I get to it with the chain still there?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you could, but you wouldn't be able to effectively work it. There are like 3 chains over it.
Okay. Fisk goes, maybe I'll help with the electronics when we get the chains off. Maybe that's better. Is there any way I can aid Terwin with the chains?
You guys can both make strength checks.
There's no, like, you said there were padlocks, right?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot
That's-
you
yeah.
wanted to actually pick the lock.
I'm doing rogue things. I'm a rogue. Come on.
Yes, rogue things. Do you have like a toolkit for that?
Use your hairpin.
I don't believe I have a toolkit for that.
Okay, what are you going to use to pick the lock then?
I use my star knife.
Make a sleight of hand check. Disadvantage.
Dang.
You get the first lock picked.
Oh boy, this is gonna be an ordeal.
Ergon, what are you doing?
Well, being that I don't really have anything else in the room, like to try to figure out what it is, I am going to. There we go. I am a. God damn it. Hold on. There we go. I'm gonna head back into the main room
Okay.
and kind of see that Terwin and Fisk are fadoodling with the door.
Uh-huh.
That's a word, by the way. And just kind of say, hey, everything going all right over there, guys?
Mostly. I'm trying to get these chains off, but I don't really have anything to pick the locks with.
Well, if you want, I can try to break the chains. I'm kind of strong.
It would be a bit loud, but it would certainly be faster.
That'd be super cool, though. I'd love to see that. Fisk steps back. He kind of scurries back.
Yeah, I'll step aside.
All right, Ergon, that is going to be a strength check. You strain really hard. They're not budging.
Damn it.
Grits, the room that you have discovered is filled with electronic equipment. This is the first room that you have been into in this building, where it looks like the people that set this up knew what they were doing. There are screens, panels, computers. There's a pretty big box with a holo map on it. You can see that the holo map is of the Packed Worlds galaxy, and it has different little blinking lights across it, and a couple little red lights in there as well, blinking. It looks like maybe this is exactly what you're looking for.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the panel and access it.
Okay. Can you tell me what you're trying to do?
I just want to see if there's any information on the panel, like that's very evident to what any of this equipment is, or what this temple's for.
Well, if you remember from the dossier, you guys are trying to get to the communications hub for the Cult of the Devourer. A lot of this equipment looks like it could be used for that purpose. The map of the Packed Worlds galaxy is kind of telling, in that it looks like they have different places that they're either communicating with or are making plans about. since they're little dots of light scattered across it on different planets. There's a cluster of lights at the edge of the galaxy, which is where a lot of the cultists tend to gather. Since it's out of the way, they're less likely to find trouble there. The computers and computer screens aren't currently displaying anything of note. You think you would probably have to enter some codes or spend some serious time hacking to try and get in past the encryption. Grits would know that, given that this is a planet of the Anicytes and the androids, that technology is kind of their foremost thing. And this room is put together probably by Anicytes and androids that knew what they were doing. There's a lot here. You're not sure how much of it you're going to be able to access.
So I'm going to convey the information of what I found to the rest of the team, and then say, Grits knows computers. Grits will fix it. Grits will open it, and then I'm going to try to hack the computer to access it.
Okay, go ahead and make another computers roll. Did you run out and tell them, or?
Nope, use the communicator.
Okay, so you guys all hear in your ears from Grits that he's found what he thinks is the communications hub.
Do you need some help?
Yes, need some help, but Grits will get it. Grits will hack the computers.
So Taro, and I believe you have the knife.
I'm gonna go. Well, actually, I'm gonna say through my communicator. Where are you?
And I tell him through the library.
Which one is that?
Orientation-wise, I guess would be north.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I guess so.
You would have seen which door Grits went through.
Okay, I'll go in that room.
Okay. Fisk, Ergon, what are you guys doing?
Looking to see if I have anything I can use.
Grits, with that roll, the only thing you discern is that the security on this computer is very high.
That was an awesome roll.
It was an awesome roll. That should tell you something about the security on this computer.
Jeez. So Grits just kind of looks dejected and kind of puts his head down and walks away from the computer. He's not used to computers not folding to his whim. He's, in fact, a goblin space pirate engineer, so he's not used to that.
You do know that Fisk also has computer experience. I don't know if Grits would think about that.
I'm pretty satisfied with my computer skills. I think I'm better than Fisk at computers.
All right.
Oh.
Terwin, you walk in, and again, you see a room filled with a lot of technology. It looks like it's really well put together. Computer screens and that map again of the Packed Worlds galaxy. You also see Grits looking kind of dejected next to a computer that is asking for a password.
Is there a panel anywhere?
There are panels, yeah.
Do I think that I would want to put the dagger into any of these panels?
I mean, what does Terwin think?
That's what you're supposed to put the dagger in, right? Is it like a panel?
You just want to take a side panel off, put a dagger in there, and hope they don't find it, or?
I mean, this seems like it's a communication hub.
Mm-hmm. That is what it seems like.
It seems like.
All right, Fisk, Ergon, what are you guys doing?
I'm trying to. Do I have? I want to try and work at the lock on the chains, and I'm not sure what I have that could do that.
Can he reach the panel now that I've taken one of the?
You only got one of them off.
What did you use to get it off?
her knife.
I picked it though. I didn't like cut it open or anything.
Fisk is thinking about just shooting one of the locks, but he also realizes that's probably not the best idea.
Ergon, what are you up to?
I am actually gonna head up into the room, at least obvious on our map above us,
Okay.
and try to just look around to see if I can find any form of like a key, a combination, something, some form of something to open these locks.
Okay.
Okay.
Make a perception check for
So
me.
when Ergon just like shrugs and walks away, Fisk is gonna realize like everybody else has left this room, and also head up north.
Okay. Ergon, perception check.
Sorry, I was trying to find it.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. You start looking around, and there's a lot of bookshelves, tables. There's a lot of books, but you aren't seeing anything that looks like keys right now. If you want, we'll switch over to those guys, and in a minute I can come back to you, and you can do that again. Have him search some more.
Okay.
Fisk, what are you doing?
So Fisk is scurried on up into this top room. Ergon, what you doing, buddy? You just left the door?
Yeah. My strength obviously wasn't enough.
Oh, don't be hard on
I kind
yourself. You're stronger than me.
well, that's probably true. But and I say like the first part I said sort of defeated, but the second bit after Fiska kind of like said I was strong again, like I kind of sounded a little like proud of myself again. um, yeah, I don't just couldn't get those locks off, so I was just trying to come up and see maybe if we could find any keys or maybe any hint of like how to get those locks off. 'Cause when I was in the kind of temple-ish area, a temple room, I didn't really see anything over there either. It was just kind of a book, um, and even then, like the book was just it seemed out of place. It seemed odd.
Oh, well, did you find anything up here? Keys,
Not not
lockpicks?
not yet. Still kind of looking around, but so far, no luck.
Huh, let me help. Fisk drops to all fours and scurries off under the tables.
Okay. Roll a perception.
I guess I'll see if I can take off one of the panels and just try to hide the knife in there as well as I can.
Okay. Fisk. You don't find anything on the ground. But if you want to take that roll, because that's a really good roll, would he, if he scurried around on the ground and wasn't able to find anything, what would his next approach be?
I mean, that was kind of just for the sake of illustration. The point is he wants to search the room, so he's not...
Okay.
Fisk was not going to go under one table and then give up and shrug.
Well, I know, but I mean, if you genuinely thought Fisk's way of searching was just going to be to search across the entire floor under everything, I could count that as one thing.
I understand. That's how he started, but yeah, he's looking at tables. He's moving stuff around left to right. He's picking stuff up. I mean, he's looking around for stuff.
Okay. So you're not finding anything, and you decide, well, there's stuff on top of these shelves. I'm gonna try to see if I can see those like on top of those shelves. Would you like climb up a shelf if you wanted to see? Because there you can see what you see like on this top down view of books and bottles and stuff on those around the edge. That's on top of very tall bookshelves.
Oh, yeah, he'll climb up a shelf.
Okay, so you climb up a shelf and you do see. Let's see if I can make a. I have circled for you. There is a key ring over on top of this shelf, all the way over on the left hand side, the lower of those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a key ring up.
Fisk opens his mouth and grabs it and scurries down off the bookcase back up to Ergon. And he smiles and he reaches a paw. He goes, pokes it up into his mouth. And when he produces his paw again, he's holding a key ring. And he says, "Think this will help? Found this up there."
This looks great. Yeah, let's try it. I mean, worst case, nothing happens, right?
So,
Well, worst case, we
Carolyn,
trigger a bomb and we all explode and die into a big red mist and nobody can ever put our atoms back together. But I like your optimistic approach.
Well, I mean, I was trying.
So Tarowin, it's easy to pull panels off of the sides of a couple of these computers, but with no real knowledge of the inner workings of a computer, you're not really sure where the best place is to put the knife
I have plus
so
10 to
that it
computer.
won't be discovered.
I'm sorry, I have plus 12 to computers.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't think you had that skill.
I have every skill. Come on.
Oh my god.
Oh,
All right, well, make
let's
a computer's roll and see if you can figure out the best place to put that dagger. You think you've hidden it pretty well, and you can put the panels back on.
I will do so.
Okay. Grits, while you were kind of roaming around the room looking defeated, you saw something shiny.
What did I see that was shiny? My ears kind of perk up.
You see on the ground, over in the far corner, down there, what looks like a kind of a silver panel inset in the floor. That's what you see.
I'm gonna go see what it is. I'm gonna poke at it.
As you poke at it, you notice that it has a little give, and you think maybe you could push it.
I'm gonna do that and push it.
All right, you push it.
Gonna push
Carolyn,
it,
as you're
push it.
standing up and dusting your hands off from hiding that dagger, you see that Grits disappears behind that big hollow box in the corner that's got the map. You hear a clicking noise, like a lever being pressed into place. And then you hear the sound of rusty tiles scraping against each other as the floor starts moving under you.
Oh. This is either very promising or very bad.
Grits, or Fisk and Ergon, you guys are going back to the door with the keys?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'll make this easy for you. None of the keys fit any of those locks.
God damn it.
Can I attempt to use the key ring? I wanna take the key ring and unroll it and use it as a wire to try and jimmy the lock open.
Before you have a chance to do that, it's taken you a little bit of time to kind of start working through these keys and fitting them into the different locks and discovering that they don't fit and they don't work. And you hear, a little more distantly than those in the room, the sound, and Ergon, you hear this as well, of rusty tiles scraping against each other and a very low rumbling. And it's coming from the direction that you saw Grits and Tarowin go.
That sounds ominous.
There's something happening in the computer room. I say that over my stone. My rocky talkie.
Your rocky talkie.
Fisk tosses the keys in a cheek pocket and scrambles off toward the computer room.
Ergon?
Fisk, wait up.
Boom, 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 stomping on after me.
All right,
Wait.
Grits. What you have discovered seems to be a secret passage. The floor in this room has pulled back, kind of scraping and sliding underneath the mechanisms that are in place there. And you see a large opening in the floor, and not well lit because there's no lighting down there, but you do see a ladder descending down into the dark.
I'm gonna kind of jump up and down and look what Grits did. Grits helped.
Terowin, you're tall enough you can kind of see over, and there's a hole in the ground where there was floor previously, and a ladder.
This looks promising. Maybe I'll retrieve the dagger for now.
Are you sorry? You're taking the dagger back out of the computer?
I'm thinking about it. I'll go down the ladder first.
Okay. Grits, are you going down the ladder?
Of course, I'm going down the ladder. I found it.
So
It's
Fisk,
my ladder.
as you enter the room, you see Grits jumping into a hole in the floor and grabbing onto ladder rungs and scampering down.
Grits, wait, is it?
Terowin's
It
gonna
doesn't
follow him
matter.
down.
Okay, you see Terowin start to follow Grits down.
Fisk turns to Ergon and he shrugs. And he heads toward the ladder.
I'm gonna remove my goggles.
Ergon, what are you doing?
Can I fit?
You can fit. It's tight.
Oh.
It's a tight squeeze. You scrape one of your wings, but you fit.
Well,
You
I kind
guys.
of mumbled to myself. Well, I guess I gotta go after them all,
So
and then scrape my wing against the, I assume, wall, whatever,
Yes.
ladder.
out of character for a second here, I've realized that Ergon's had wings this entire time, but I never equated it to the fact that can he fly?
Yeah, not like a lot, but a little bit, yes.
It's like I can fly like short distance.
So like a
It's
chicken.
not like true flight.
Chicken.
Don't call me a
Oh
fucking
my
chicken,
goodness.
damn it.
Why are you so mean
You know
to
what? You know what,
Ergon?
Grants, for that, I'm not saving your ass next time you eat poisonous.
I gotta tell you, I really wish that it just happened in game.
I'm not saving your ass the next time you eat something stupid.
It just dawned on me that you have wings. I'm like, wait a second.
So I'm a chicken.
You're
You're an OP
giant
chicken.
Yes, there you go.
Can't deal with
Don't let Tom see this.
All right, so you guys are descending down the ladder, yes?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dark down there.
It does not bother me
it.
one
It's
bit.
scary.
You have complete dark vision, don't you, Terowin?
I think I do.
Terowin, you're
see
the only
some
one
of
that
the
can
dark.
see properly, I think.
I'm pretty sure I
no.
have dark vision too.
I thought you just had low light.
I have dark
I
vision
think-
60.
Where is that on the Goofy? Oh, I do. I've got Dark Vision 60.
Yep, dark vision 60.
All right, well, so far all of you guys
Where
are
is that?
fine then.
Foiled your plan. Ha ha ha.
Wait, where is this?
It's on your character sheet
Um,
under senses on the main tab. So it looks like you all have dark vision. So that's
Hey!
uh,
Dark vision and low light vision, so
This is also a problem in 5e. Like, every single race has dark vision. Elves, half orcs, dwarves, gnomes, I'm pretty sure have dark vision.
well, there's not much to see down there. It's a tunnel. It's rocky as opposed to tiled, like the temple was that you were in. There are posts on the walls where maybe there could be torches, but there aren't any right now.
It's just how I like it. Dark and brooding, just like me.
Oh
Um,
man.
And the direction that the tunnel seems to go is kind of in a southwesterly direction.
I suppose I will follow the tunnel. Sneakily.
Sneaky, sneaky.
should you retrieve the dagger?
I'm gonna check it out first.
Okay.
We're scoping out the area.
Ergon, as you are the last one off of the ladder, You let's see. Let's have everybody go ahead and roll. Everybody roll reflex saves.
Oh, good.
Ooh, reflexive.
Very reflexive.
Holy cow, you guys!
Don't fucking jinx it.
There it is.
I thought I was good at reflex saves.
Fisk has got decent.
So it is
reflex.
Ergon. I was gonna do it for Ergon just because of his weight, but no, he actually just failed the reflex save, so that works too. Ergon, as you get off of the ladder, and put your full weight down on the floor, you hear a click, as if you've just stood on maybe a large button of some kind, and you hear that scraping and rumbling as the floor closes over your head.
Well, shit, guys. I think we probably better move.
What? Back up the ladder?
No, forward.
Taro, and if you look over your shoulder, you will notice with your lovely dark vision that the floor above you guys, which is I guess now the ceiling, has closed.
Okay.
Your retreat has been cut off.
Until we press that button again. Am I right, guys?
Which is on the other side of the door.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Details,
Either
man.
that or we'll die in here, and I'm fine with that too.
Whoa! Speak for yourself.
Details, man.
All right, what
Details.
are you doing, Tarowin?
I'll plod on forward. I'm gonna trundle along.
All right, you trundle along. It's not too long. It's about a 50-foot long tunnel. It takes a couple of minutes for you guys to cross it, and you hit another wall with a ladder going up. And there's a button on the floor under the ladder.
Hole in the ceiling.
No hole.
I'm gonna make a hole and press the button,
All right, you press the button.
and I get shot with a poison arrow.
There's a grinding noise. The ceiling slides back slowly. It's very much like a nails on chalkboard sound, the rusty tiles scraping against each other. It's very unpleasant. But there is now a hole in the ceiling through which you may climb.
This is very aesthetically pleasing to my drow sensibilities.
You gonna
Is
move
there a way
in?
to reach the hole, or is it literally just like a hole?
There's a ladder.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna climb the ladder.
All right, Terowin climbs the ladder. Everybody going up after her?
Climbing the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
I will climb up last.
You sure you're not gonna just fly up?
No, because I'm only a chicken.
Flap, 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 boy.
Please excuse me. I need to let my cat in.
Oh, for a second I thought that was Taro in game, and I was like, I don't understand the reference.
Excuse
Are we
me.
talking about spear polishing again?
Referencing something again.
Spear flicking.
So you guys are in this room. There are skeletons on the floor.
Is there a map?
Yeah, I put you guys there on the map.
I don't see the map. Oh wait, we're in this room.
Ooh, there's a microwave in the corner.
That's just silver
First
floor.
off, that's a pizza, not a mic.
Oh, okay.
So that's the
Okay,
panel
so
with my battle.
so Tara, when you climbed up into this room, it is completely bare, tile floors, and there are 3 skeletons of various humanoid forms laying on the ground, and a door.
This is so sad. Is there any way to open the door from this side?
It looks like there is a lock panel on this side, but this side does not have any chains.
I'll fiddle with the lock. I'm gonna
I'm
try
gonna
to unlock it.
I'm gonna examine one of the bodies that I'm standing next to.
Okay. Terwin, can you make a computer roll for?
I sure can.
All right. Yeah, it does not take a lot of effort to get that to unlock. Let's see. And then grits, you wanted to look at the skeletons. So that is going to be make a physical science check. All right. You can determine that these are real. These are actual skeletons, unlike some of the other decorations here. These are skeletons. People died here. The weird thing to you, you've seen dead bodies. These don't look like they died in a fight. It kind of looks like they just laid down and died.
Like they just gave up living.
Yeah, there's no struggle. You can't see anything on the bones that looks like maybe bullet holes or wounding. Nothing looks broken. There's no sign of arcana. They just laid down and died.
So
How
either
old
they were.
and long have they been here?
You're not sure. Well, I mean, long enough that they, no longer have any flesh to them. But beyond that, you don't have a way to tell. Terwin, you get the door to unlock, and as it unlocks and slides open, you can see that from this side, the padlocks have keyholes that are different from the keyholes that were visible on the other side.
Okay.
Fisk, you also take note of that.
Fisk shoves his paw into his cheek and pulls out the keys again and kind of like shakes them to get a couple of drops of saliva off, and attempts to use these keys.
Okay.
Fisk, your icon is a little bit off center.
Yeah, I tried.
Those keys now work. And as the last lock comes undone, you see the door across the hall that Ergon came through earlier, the one to the sanctuary, slide open, and three massive robots or anicytes come through, wearing black robes and with symbols of the devourer carved into their the plates on their front.
Guys, I think we found security.
Or maybe they're just
Oh, it's the Hog Squad.
devotees or
Where
academics.
were those things hiding?
I don't know. It might be fine. It might be fine.
All right,
So,
roll initiative.
I was just gonna ask.
Damn
So about it maybe being fine and us talking it out.
it. Guys, let's talk about our differences.
I was going to convince them we were researchers. Actually, Fisk was going to scream "Hail Devourer" like "Hail Hydra." Just see how it goes, but...
Alright, I'm losing again. Where's my my initiate?
That's on your.
Right there. It's in
Yeah,
it's
okay.
in front of my face as I
Right
said
below
it.
your homeworld.
Sorry.
Does Thimble roll initiative?
Okay. What did you even do with Thimble? He's just been at the door this whole time.
So my original intention was having him hang out outside and signal us if anything went down, because what's it, 100 knives, 100 scars, 100
100
guy,
scars.
100 scars wouldn't be able to, but he's just been tagging along.
Okay. I will put him in the room with you. Okay. But I have to change his initiative to match yours because he moves on your turn. Alrighty. Tarowin, you're at the top of the initiative. What do you want to do?
Good. This is very good. I'm gonna throw a grenade at him.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Just right off the bat.
Go for it.
I forget how this works. I have to throw it like at a point. I can't like
Yes.
target a creature with it, right?
Yes, you throw it at a point.
Okay. The range of this grenade is 20 feet. Do you? I'm gonna
So
have to
you
look
would
this up,
be
aren't I?
just short of them where they are.
Right. I'm gonna go here.
Okay. As you step out of the room and to the left, you notice something.
Oh boy.
The tiles that you stood on and moved across have lit up. And I shall mark these for you with my cursor. One moment.
Are they like any kind of color, or are they just like yellowy, or are they purple?
They are white.
This is going to be a puzzle, isn't it?
There you go. Those two are white.
Oh boy.
Is white good or is white bad? That's the real question.
You racist mother.
Don't be racist, man.
That's not what I meant, damn it!
Well, it's what you said, and you said it on live TV in front of a million people.
Millions. All right, I'm sorry. I have to look up the rules for grenades again because I completely forget because I've only used one this whole time. I don't even know where that would be. I'm gonna check equipment.
I think it's in tactical rules.
Tactical rules.
Tactical.
So tactical.
Back to cool.
Would that be like combat basics?
It is on page 245.
Thanks. I'm sorry about this. I wasn't prepared to throw a grenade.
That's okay.
So I have to roll 1d8 to determine where a missed thrown weapon lands if I miss, I guess.
That's correct. So you target the grid intersection.
Right.
Hang on.
Are you seeing something on grenades?
It has a bit on like the in that page, but yeah, not much more than that. Hang on.
All sticking bomb grenades.
Is that what you have as a sticky bomb?
Yeah. So the range is 20 feet, the area is 10 feet, and the effect is entangled for 2d4 rounds. So it's an area of 10 feet because I only have a level 1.
You can hit 2 of them.
Okay,
So I
so
guess I'm gonna
where?
go here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna throw it at the one that's closest to me.
All right, do it.
So I just throw the thing. Like, do I just click the +9 for the grenade, right?
Yeah. Okay. You've hit. What's
Okay.
damage?
It's just it's the effect is entangled for 2d4 rounds. So I guess I just roll 2d4.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
We're getting tangled now. They're tangled for
6
6
rounds.
rounds.
And is it just the one or the guy next to him as well?
So it's a range of 10 feet. So I would have, or it's an area of 10 feet.
Would be
Can
both.
you... So, Cultist 3 and Cultist 2? Oh,
Yeah, it would have
there. Oh, okay, there. Got it. Okay, so those two. All right, thank you very much.
been.
Anything else?
I think that's all I can do. So I'm gonna move back into
You're going to do what?
I'm gonna move back into the room.
Okay.
Actually, I can't get that.
Um,
I'll move back
yeah.
here.
Okay. As you step on that square, it is no longer lit up.
Interesting.
Hang on. Ugh, why won't it let me remove this? There we go. Okay. Sorry, I had to put you back. Fisk.
Fisk is going to move... he's going to move the whole map on the stream. Fisk is going to move next out the door and next to Terwin.
Okay.
And
That square ceases to be lit.
so the square in front of Terwin is lit? Mmm. Fisk
Yo,
is...
fam, it's lit.
And none of them have attacked us yet, yeah?
Not yet, because it's not their turn in the initiative, but they look very menacing.
Yeah, but Terwin also did. Okay, yeah. Alright.
Threw a big glob of goop at them.
Fisk is going to laser pistol.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
They have a -2 penalty to AC, attack rolls, reflex saves, initiative checks, and dex-based skills and ability checks. And they move at half speed, and they can't run.
Critical.
Nice.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
I moved, I shot. No. That's good for Fisk.
Okay. You're going to stand in the doorway?
I mean, allies can move through me.
That's true.
Fisk thinks that standing on the pad is the right thing to do, so...
I can just step over him if needed.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
The rules typically, and I don't know if they are identical in Starfinder, you can move through an ally square. You cannot end on an ally square.
No, that's correct. I just didn't know if Fisk would have thought, like, oh, I should move out
Okay,
of the way or anything like
here,
that.
Fisk will say, real quick, this will be the end of his turn. I think we have to do something with the light up pads. I'm staying. There, that was a couple seconds.
Okay. So Cultist 1 is going to move forward. And Fisk, you notice something as this one approaches you. It almost looks translucent.
But my pistol, when I shot it with a laser, did that appear to impact it?
It did.
Okay.
It doesn't look like you took any damage, though.
Okay.
Let's light up all the panels. It seems to be the solution.
The second cultist is going to move.
So the panels only light up in this room and only when we step on them, right?
So far, yes. Also, Terwin, you notice that that blob of sticky goop that you threw at them to try and immobilize them doesn't seem to have done anything.
Great, I wasted my sticky bomb grenade. I blew my load too soon, so to speak.
Yeah, you know what happens to the best of us.
Speak for yourself, Ergon.
It's all
Whoa.
that polishing I was doing earlier.
That felt personal.
All right, Grits. You are not coming through Discord.
I need to push the buttons.
Can you show me which way you went to get to where you are? Did you just walk out and then go up?
I walked out here and then doop doop.
Okay. Fisk, the square that you're standing on is lit now.
Okay.
And Grits, the square that you are standing on has been lit up, as well as the square that you passed over. What are you doing?
I'm a little freaked out by these lit up squares, and I do not want to stay on it. So I'm gonna shoot at the first cultist, cultist 1, because I haven't noticed they're translucent or anything, right?
That one's close enough that you can see it. It appears translucent.
Hmm. I'm gonna move back to the square below me.
Okay. So as you do that, that square ceases to be lit.
What?
All right.
That's all I'm
Oh.
gonna do.
Okay. Is Thimble doing any movement?
He can't. I think he has to move either on as my turn or not at all.
Okay. I mean, it is still your turn, so if you wanted to move him, you could.
I guess because I haven't performed an action.
Correct.
Okay. Um. $40. He can go pretty far. All right. I'm gonna move Thimble.
Okay.
Gonna stop here.
Okay. Sorry, Fisk. Okay. The square that you were standing on ceases to be lit up, and the square in front of you where Thimble is now lit up.
And Thimble's just gonna stay there.
Okay.
Well, I don't see Thimble.
He's just a gray box.
I don't even see a gray box.
In
Right
front
in
of
front of
Fisk,
Fisk?
right?
Yeah, right in front of Fisk.
I mean, I see a green box.
That counts.
Is that him? That good? Okay. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
Terwin, do you mind removing that pointer?
Oh yeah.
Ergon, it's your turn.
All right. I am gonna come out of the room. Oops,
Okay.
I can actually grab my character. Try to show you where I'm going. There you're rocking. So
Yes.
like straight,
There. Okay.
and then over, and it's like angled a little bit, like against that back wall. That's you whatever.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
don't.
Okay, let me adjust the pointers accordingly, or the squares accordingly. One moment. And you all can see this, that as he's moving, different squares are being lit up as he walks across them. More squares are lit by Ergon and unlit because his feet cross different panels.
Do you think we could take a quick bio when we get to top of initiative?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Good call.
I mean, it's selfish. It's because I want to go get a Red Bull. But
A rebel for you.
Apparently, I can use stealth to make a trick attack. And if I do, I get a +4 bonus to the skill check because of my specialization.
Okay. Alrighty. So now we move to the last call. It's targeting Terowin again.
Oh, why me?
All right, there we go. So, top of the round. Go ahead and bio everyone.
thank you.
Goodbye.
We'll be back soon.
We'll be back.
Welcome back to Cosmic Chronicles, where we play Starfinder, and my players are
And we're
confused.
all gonna
We're in the
die.
middle of combat. Terwin, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm eternally confused.
OP chicken.
So the tile I'm standing on isn't lit up, right?
Correct.
Well, crap.
As you are currently standing on it, no. Based on the way that you have been moving, and the way the tiles have been lighting up, you think it's when you first put pressure on them that changes whether it is lit or unlit.
Right. So the tile that Thimble is standing on, is that one lit up?
No. So Ergon moved past and unlit that tile, as well as the
See.
tile that Britz was on, and relit the tile under Fisk.
So Thimble does light the tiles.
Yes, Thimble is heavy enough to light the tiles.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna sprint around the room.
Okay.
Just like
Please
daunting.
indicate for me, square by square where you're going.
Okay. Is the disengage action a thing in Starfinder?
I don't think so. Let me check.
There might be something like it.
Thinking the same thing I was thinking.
If a combatant moves through or out of a threatened area, it provokes an attack of opportunity. Blah blah blah.
I can feint to disengage from combat. Not like feint, like pass out.
Yeah. What are the rules for that?
As a standard action, use bluff to feint against an opponent. Instead of denying that opponent his dexterity bonus to AC, a successful feint allows you to move up to your speed without provoking an attack of opportunity from the opponent you feinted for leaving the square you start in. I'm not good at bluff.
It's like juking in football.
Okay.
Because I want to run around these guys, but I don't want to die.
Okay.
Tell you
Well.
what, I'm going to activate my cloaking field.
You've activated my trap card.
Okay. Activate your cloaking field. What does that give you?
It turns me invisible for like a minute.
Okay.
It says you bend light around yourself and muffle any minor sounds you make, allowing you to nearly vanish when not moving. Even when you move, you appear only as an outline with blurry features. The cloaking field doesn't make you invisible, but it does make it easier to sneak around. Activating the cloaking field is a move action. While the cloaking field is active, you can use stealth to hide even when being directly observed and with no place to hide. Attacking doesn't end the cloaking field, but it does end that particular attempt to hide. If you remain perfectly still for at least one round, you gain a plus 10 bonus to stealth checks, which doesn't stack with invisibility until you move. Your cloaking field lasts for up to 10 rounds before it becomes inactive. While inactive, the cloaking field recharges. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So basically, it makes me harder to see.
Okay.
So it's not invisibility, I guess.
So you activate that, and that is your move action.
I can take like a full move action, right?
Yes. So you don't want to take any other actions, you just want to move.
Correct.
Okay, where do you want to move?
Let me draw it. I'm going to draw a line.
Okay.
I think I can get to here.
All right, please move your character there. Okay, anything else you want to do?
Unless I can move more, then no, I have nothing.
Okay. So your cloak does keep you shielded. Unfortunately, the tiles that light up under your feet do tend to give away your location.
Okay.
Fisk, you're up. You guys can communicate with each other if you want. If you want to say things to each other.
Yeah, but we can't say a lot.
Right.
I'm going to be a little lax here because this is a puzzle and you're in combat.
Yeah, but I mean, who likes to socialize?
Tara, did you figure something out?
I'm just trying to light up as many of these tiles as I can.
Okay, we're the try.
All right, Fisk.
Fisk is going to shift, move the whole
Maybe
map.
we can hurt them if the tile they're under is lit up.
Fisk is moving there,
Okay.
and then Fisk is going to take a shot at this cultist.
Okay. Go ahead. You hit? Well, you think you hit. It appears to be hitting on it, but again, doesn't seem to be doing any damage.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, this is it.
All right.
This reminds me a little bit of the last gym from Pokemon Generation. The ice puzzle.
All right, so hang on. We're going to
Oh yeah.
target Fisk. There we go. All right, the anisite in front of you, Grits, turns to you. All right. The cultist in front of you, Fisk, decides to target you. Oh, wait. Actually, no. I'm sorry. Undo that. All right. It actually turns around and moves towards Tara.
Not cool, man.
It raises a staff over its head and smacks you with it.
Bonk.
I may as well not even wear armor for the amount of damage I take.
This is a pretty heavy broad stroke. You kind of get the feeling that because it can't see you, it's just kind of taken its staff and swung it across the air where it thinks you might be, and it happens to smack you right upside the head.
So lay down next time. Got it.
Sorry, you can absolutely do that. If you want to tell me that you're doing that on your turn, you are free to do that, and I will consider that as part of you using the cloak to hide.
Cool. I will crouch like in Skyrim.
And you're keeping track of the rounds for that? This
Yeah,
is round 1. You can do up to 10?
Yeah, as long as we don't go over 10 rounds, I should be good.
Okay. Grits you up.
So far they've only been shooting us, correctly? Correct.
You did just see across the room one of them swung a massive metal staff through the air and smacked Terowyn with it. You can't really see Terowyn, she's cloaked. You do know that she's cloaked. You heard an audible grunt of pain.
Okay. And the one in front of her is still translucent.
That's correct.
Mother ever. This is malarkey. Okay, I'm gonna do some movements.
Okay.
Now, if I move past an enemy, does that provoke attack of opportunity, or only when I move through them?
No, yeah, if you move past them, so like in that kind of square around each square, like if they're in the center
Adjacent
square,
to them?
yeah, the adjacent squares, yes. Now, if you don't leave those, so for example, if Grits goes to where Thimble is, moves forward, and then goes diagonally between them, you will not have provoked an attack of opportunity because you will not have left any of those threatened areas.
Oh, and I can move diagonally. Okay.
Yes.
Why don't we just leave?
I thought about that too. Okay, I'm gonna do some diagonal moves.
Go ahead.
Move on top of Thimble,
Okay.
then in front of Thimble,
Okay.
and then diagonally between them.
All right. Give me... So.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
All right, give me a second to put the lit tiles up.
Sorry, Fisk, you're stuck there.
Guess I'll just die.
Hey, maybe you're the safest of all of us.
I mean, I'm in between two of them, so I'm kind of effed.
Anything else you want to do?
You know what? I'm gonna see what happens if I swing a wrench at the one in front of me.
Which one? Target it and swing your wrench.
To my left.
Okay, just target it and swing your wrench.
It's control, right?
Control click.
Not working.
Yeah, you're targeting
You have it targeted. You're also targeting yourself.
Nope. You've got it targeted. Leave it alone. Make it roll.
Okay.
Stop touching the button.
That would hit, but your arm kind of goes right through it.
That's what I figured.
Okay, Ergon.
All right. So, going under the assumption of lighting things on floor, I am going to try to move, what do I have, a 30, which means that's 30 feet, which means 6 tiles? Did I do that math right?
So let's see.
I have a speed of 30, which would be in 30 feet.
Just show me where you're moving to. Are you moving in like a straight line?
Basically.
Okay, just move him then.
Okay, well, okay, 5 tiles, whatever. It's across the room.
Okay, yeah, let me.
It's like
light the
lighting up
tiles.
that whole panel.
Ergon, we should just have you walk back and forth across the room.
Why do you think I ran to the other side of the room?
Why don't you fly?
Because then I wouldn't touch the ground.
He can't fly.
He's a
I'm just
chicken.
an OP chicken, okay? Let me be.
Okay, anything else you want to do?
Action-wise, no, but I do want to say, all right, guys. So I lit up a lot more tiles. Let's see what we can do. And that will end my turn.
All right, 1 second. So I realized I had the wrong cultist targeting Terrawin earlier. Hang on.
Can't believe you.
That's rude.
There we go. Okay.
I'm going to take an attack of opportunity when that guy runs away from me.
Oh my god. Actually, 1 second.
So if I try to push this guy out of the way, or like something like that, would that be just like a strength check, or could I roll athletics?
That you would be rolling athletics. You do surmise that you would go right through him.
Oh, perfect.
Grits, you're being smacked with a staff.
Rude.
Ouch.
All right, and we are gonna go top of the turn with Tara.
So speaking of going right through that guy, I'm gonna go right through that guy.
Okay, tell me where you're going.
So the way I'm gonna do it, actually, I'm gonna go here, and then here, and then here, and then in the square above him, but I can't move my token.
You want to go the square above him? Because I can
sorry,
come straight down and light up a
Yeah,
lot
can
more.
you?
I got it.
All right, can you show me again where you're going?
Yeah, I'll draw some squares.
Okay, please do some squares.
You sure you want to go up? Because if I come down, I'll light a lot more squares than you do.
I think we're assuming that we can only hurt them when they're on the squares. So he's
Right.
trying to, yeah.
Oh, you're trying to trap them? I gotta.
Mm-hmm.
So these are my squares that I've just lit up. If you want, I can leave those, or I can take them away.
Those are good. You can leave them.
Okay, does it seem more solid now that I've lit up the square
It
underneath?
does seem more solid.
Ooh, baby. Oh, did I win the roll this at the beginning of the session, by the way?
Sorry, what?
Did I win the roll?
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna trick him. I'm gonna roll a trick attack.
All right, you do the thing.
And I can roll stealth, and it gets me a +4 modifier. I don't know why I haven't been doing this whole time. I've been totally unoptimizing my. Is he spooked?
That's yeah. That's a natural 20. You succeed.
Great. I'm gonna attack him now. I really wish that I would stop rolling natural 20s on my trick attack starter thing to try to actually get the trick attack damage off. It's fine. All right, great. Wait, can I roll it again with my advantage?
Yes, you can.
That's exactly what this is for. Perfect.
You got another one.
What? Did he just leave? He noped out.
Yes. Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh,
He noped out.
that's our first rage quit of the game.
That is, in fact.
I'm done.
Please come back.
That's my turn.
Fisk.
Oh wait, can I say before I end my turn? Go through them.
Okay.
Yeah, you can say that.
2, 3,
Oh, Fisk,
4.
you've got a great like domino thing you could, well, not domino thing, but like checkers thing you could do. You could go through. This is metagame. I'll stop.
I can't move my character anymore.
Drag the bottom right corner.
Alright, so I just moved around him. I'm now going to punch him.
And where did you move? I'm sorry.
I moved here. Here, onto him, and then above him.
Okay, so let's clear. So you would have moved through this.
then I punched him and did no damage.
It's more damage than I did.
This is true. Was that thunder? Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry. You moved. Yeah. Okay. You moved through him. All right. Okay. Okay. Please hold.
So does the punch connect?
Yes,
It did. I
it
just
does.
did shit for damage.
Well, I just was wondering if it like went through it, like with what happened.
All right. One moment. So cultist one. Okay. He turns around to Grits and he pulls out a rifle.
No.
Luckily, rifles are not very efficient at this close range.
I mean, are you sure?
I mean, I was kind of hoping.
Oh, I see.
Girls.
I guess it looks kind of like a rifle to you, but it's a weapon that doesn't look
Entirely. One more time.
entirely familiar.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, Fantasy Grounds is being dumb right now.
What's a
I'm just
twist?
sorry. I can't seem to figure out how to make this work. Okay, cool. It won't let me do what I want to do. So we're just gonna have.
They all die, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Great, sounds good.
Okay, so it hits, and I'm gonna roll some damage here.
Ow.
All right, moving to the next one. He also is pulling out a rifle. And he's
Don't shoot me, bro.
oh, sorry, he's not trying to attack Carolyn.
Well, that doesn't hit.
He didn't attack you. I've
Oh, okay.
untargeted you. I apologize. Okay, Fisk. All right. Let's see. Grits?
Cultist
Oh, you guys, it's
You are
bad.
not
now.
coming through Discord.
Yeah, it's happening again for both of you.
You're both
Yeah.
frozen.
Yep.
Well, I can hear them. Nope, can't hear them now.
Nope, they're dead.
Host connection lost. Reconnected to host. Is it happening to me at all?
No.
No. You are green. You are solid. It's just the two of them.
Are you guys on some different Wi-Fi or something?
We're hardwired.
The cable that you're hardwired with must be going bad or loose or something.
Yeah, so the way it's set up is off of my distro switch. There's a switch on my side of the office, and then a switch on their side of the office. So they're both on a different switch than I am. So I
Gotcha.
assume it's not my switch, and I assume it's not my distro or northbound, since it only seems to bite them. You both
It makes
appear
sense.
clear right now if you want to try again. I mean,
Okay. Can you try again, Chad?
You would have
It
heard.
looks like Terwin dropped off my map here.
Really?
Oh yeah, everyone's gone.
Yeah, you're totally out of the game.
What? It's fine for me.
Nope, your character's gone. He's gone for you guys too.
I mean, for me, he is.
yeah.
I
No.
closed in.
No, I do see Terrawin.
Runtime error. What?
So I found a workaround for Fantasy Grounds not letting me have my NPCs pull out the weapons that they want. I've dropped in a test character and I've added the weapons that I want them to be pulling out to that. So when they're attacking with a different weapon, they'll be using that. I apologize for the confusion, but Fantasy Grounds is a fucking piece of shit. Sorry, Josh, but it is. Okay. Grits, what are you doing?
I'm going to attack Cultist 3.
Do the thing.
Oh, Terwin's back. Did not mean to roll 2. I don't know why I did that.
You're targeting two different cultists. Unselect
Ah.
the one you don't want.
Better. So I'd roll again.
No, both of those are hits. Just roll damage to the one you're.
Damn it, it's still doing 2. Hold on. What the hell? It's just control click to on target, right?
Control click, yeah.
Which one do you want to target?
Cultist 3.
You just had him targeted and no one else, but now you don't have anything. You just have
You
to
have
do
targets.
it once.
You've got it. You've got
Okay.
3
Yeah,
targeted. Go ahead and
Yeah,
make
got
your
it.
attack.
No, it still want me to roll 2 dice. What the hell?
Just roll. Roll your damage.
Why is it doing this?
There. Okay, Ergon.
Oh, I was doing a full attack. I'm a dumb. Sorry.
That's okay.
Chat, your webcam's frozen again.
You know what? Nobody else can see it. We'll deal with it.
That's no, that's fine. Just FYI, that's all. Sorry.
All right. What do you want to do?
I am going to try and target Cult 3. Oop, come here. There we go. It was being very
Okay.
tricky. I am going to shoot him in the face.
Do the thing. You miss.
God damn it.
Cultist 3 is surrounded, corporeal, and angry. And he
Good.
produces what looks like a small cannon out of
Not good.
his cloak.
That sounds bad.
So we're leaving, right?
He is currently targeting Grit. Hang on.
My camera is no longer working at all. Interesting.
It's dead, Jim.
No, literally, like my.
You could leave the VC call and come back.
I tried unplugging it and plugging it back in. That didn't seem to work.
So you could go to the you could go to options and then go to audio, and then it'll let you choose which device you want to use. It might not have a device chosen since you unplugged it.
One second.
It is starting to go nuts outside.
Okay, it's not letting me add my plus for the attack itself. So I'm going to roll it, and I will add the plus. So it may show a miss. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. So it's showing a miss, but it isn't actually missing because it has a very high bonus on it. Grits, you're staring down the barrel of what looks like what I said. It's a small can.
Meep.
The first shot slams into your chest. It does not feel good.
I've determined our DM's trying to kill me off because I'm now taking wounds.
The second shot hits your stomach.
Do I see
Carolyn, it is the top of the round, and a thing is now happening.
this? Do I see this happening to Grits?
You do, in fact, see this happening. You will also notice a thing.
Oh,
A thing?
Yes. You notice that several of the squares that had previously been lit up fade out, as if it has been long enough since they were activated that they are no longer active.
all right, guys. Time to leave the temple. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is it an action for me to give a item to somebody?
To give an item? Yeah, that's going to be an action.
Okay, I'm gonna it's probably not a great idea, but I'm gonna go over here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give Grits an item in my inventory.
Okay, so that's a move and an action.
How to give?
Which thing do you want to give?
Oh, I can do it on the party sheet, can I?
Yes, I can also move it for you.
Well, all right. I'm gonna give him the serum of healing. Well, one of my serum of healing, Mark 1.
Okay, do the thing. Fisk, what are you doing?
Fisk is going to pass through this guy and punch him.
Okay. You do that. That happens.
Working on it.
That's a miss.
Okay, it's a miss.
All right. Cultist 1. He also reaches into his robes and pulls out what looks like a small cannon. This one looks different from the other cultist's cannon. This one has massive shards jutting out of it all over. It looks angry. It looks red, and it looks like it's oozing some kind of ichor. And it is going to aim at Fisk.
That was to grits.
Yeah.
Oh, it was to grits. Hang on.
Because I would be dead.
Yeah, it's not. I thought I did target Fisk. How much did it do? 36? Let me take that off of you. $17 is what you were at. Okay, and let's take that and put it on Fisk. Okay, so some of that goes to your fatigue. The rest of it goes over to wound.
Oh my god.
The second cultist.
Sorry.
Yeah,
How much damage did it do?
30. Well, 36, but you already had taken some fatigue, so some of that went to fatigue. The rest of it spilled over into wound.
But this is saying I have 30 wound.
That's correct.
So I had already taken over 40.
You were just below 40. The 6 put you up to 42 fatigue.
I didn't remember taking that much damage. Okay.
Wouldn't you have 28 then? 28 wound, I mean. If the 6 took him to 42, then there
So
would
you
have
had
to be 2
there
more
was
to
there
get
was
past
36 points. Oh, it's 2 more past fatigue.
Well,
I thought
no,
it was just you fill up fatigue and it goes over to
isn't his fatigue 44?
his fatigue is 42.
Oh, I thought it was
I'm
the same as
looking
your
at
health.
no, I'm looking at a sheet.
I always thought it was the same as your health.
It's your SP.
Yeah, I think that's just you, Terowin.
Well, mine's not either now that I'm looking at it. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
realize
Yeah,
there
no.
was a
They're different.
Okay.
Okay, so Cultist 2, where is he? There he is. Let's see. Terowin, you're still vaguely invisible, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cultist 2 is going to aim at Ergon with a small
That's
cannon.
rude.
Yes, it is rude. He's taking aim at Ergon, and this is probably going to continue to not work properly and target Grits, so bear with me.
Please don't. Don't want die.
I'm just going to roll the dice and not use the targeting system because it's being shit right now. Okay, that's a hit.
Damn it.
$24 to Ergon.
Ew.
That hurts. Grits, you can ignore the fact that it says you're dying. You're not dying. What do you want to do?
Can we cheese it?
What do you want to do?
Run away.
Okay. So from where you are, you will provoke 2 attacks of opportunity.
With the cannons. I would mad
Can
die.
you attack of opportunity with a ranged weapon in this system?
No, it's melee.
Ah, okay.
I did give you that potion.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink the potion.
That will be your action then.
Okay, and then which I don't have. It's not in my inventory. I don't know how to make that work.
I'll just move it over.
Roll
Sarah-
a d8.
Yeah, roll a d8. Okay, you regain 5.
And
Okay.
then I'm gonna mad run away.
Okay, please indicate.
Don't want to do that. I can't grab my character anymore. There we go.
If you're on an enemy square and you want to move your character, you can do it by grabbing the bottom right corner of your token.
Ah, gotcha. So I'm gonna move here,
Okay.
and then out the door.
Well, hang on. I've got to do some attacks of opportunity on you. So that is from Cultist 1 and Cultist 3.
So I want to preface this as I'm leaving. If I don't die as I get out of this, I'm going to communicate to you guys that I'm going to get help because I know what's his face, big bad dude, 100 knives, 100 scars,
100
outside
scars.
the door.
Yeah.
100 scars. He's right outside the door. I'm gonna go try to bring him in for aid.
Our unarmed friend.
All right.
I've
Well,
got an extra gun.
okay. So that's a 19. Yeah. Okay. It says it's attacking Fisk, but it's not. It's attacking Grits. So the thing is that I cannot, like, if it's not on their turn, I can't change what they're targeting. Thanks, Fantasy
But you're
Grounds.
the GM.
I know. I cannot change what they're targeting. So I'm just gonna roll some damage here. That's not to Fisk. Sorry. Hang on. Let me take that off of Fisk.
I think you might be able to if you open the can you get like a sheet for each of these guys, like a character sheet essentially, or like an NPC sheet?
Yes. That's what I'm rolling off of, but I can't
is
change their
there-
targeting.
Is there the little thing up in the right corner that says the top right corner that says set as active PC? That little
Where?
it's in the top right corner. I don't know if you have it. We have it for our character sheets.
That doesn't let me change who it's targeting.
That's odd.
Yeah, it's It's Fantasy Grounds, so that's 15 to Grit. And the other one,
It might be the Starfinder system, because I don't think that's ever been a problem in the 5e supplements that I've
that doesn't surprise me because they completely dropped the ball with this system when they were designing it.
What are you talking about? It's the best.
Okay, and that's another hit.
Working as intended.
Not a
I'm
bug, it's
just-
a feature.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll a d8 and add the damage instead of continuing to add it and remove it to Fisk's sheet. Okay. All right, you are not dead yet, Grits.
Good to know.
Ergon.
Alright, I am going to. I'm gonna shoot 3 again. I hope it actually hits this time.
Okay.
God damn it!
Okay. Anything else?
Hold on. No, because I can't do it on my turn. So, nope. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Cultist 3 turns in place, looks over Fisk's head down the hall towards Grits, and grumbles something in a low. It sounds like what you would imagine maybe computer robot laughter would sound like.
Okay.
He takes aim with his cannon and fires. Okay. Plus that. All right. One of the bolts misses. It flies over your head, Grits. And the second one hits. You are unconscious.
Grits is dead.
Not necessarily. Let's look up the Starfinder death save rules. Okay.
You also have resolve points.
Um, Grits, you are at exactly 0. So what that means is that you are disabled. You gain the staggered condition and can only take a single move or standard action each turn, but not both, nor can you take full round actions. You can take move actions without further injuring yourself, but if you perform any standard action or any other strenuous action, you take 1 point of damage after completing the act. Unless your activity increased your hit points, you are now at -1 hit points and dying. Healing that raises your hit points above 0 makes you fully functional again, just as if you'd never been reduced to 0 or fewer hit points. You can also become disabled when recovering from dying. In this case, it's a step toward recovery, and you can have fewer than 0 hit points. So, you are not dead yet. But you're
But
close.
soon.
You're really close.
Bull crap.
Terowin, you see Grits has been hit in the back as he's running away, and you can see even from here how hard that hit.
All right. Just real fast. You can stabilize yourself using resolve points if you spend resolve points equal to 1/4 your maximum. I think resolve point that immediately stabilizes you if you do that on your turn. So it's a
Yes.
minimum of 1, a maximum of 3.
He will need to wait until his turn.
Right, but in case this happens to any of the rest of us, you can stabilize yourselves with your resolve.
Very good, very good.
I had 4 resolve points a second ago, and now I only have 3.
Yeah, you lose one each of your turns when you're dying.
Oh.
So, Terowin, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm God. I'm gonna go here. Actually,
Sorry?
I'm gonna do this,
Okay.
and as I'm passing by Fisk, I'm gonna hand him a potion.
Okay. So that's your action and your move action. Anything else?
Well, hang on, I'm not done yet.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
almost there.
Sorry.
Can I? I can't try to pick up Grits on right now.
That would be another move action. So you're gonna have to wait.
All right. I'm gonna turn around then and just kind of beckon Fisk and Ergon over.
Okay. Fisk.
Fisk is going to drink the potion.
All right.
Roll 1d8.
Yep. Roll a d8.
Please hold.
8. I will take that off of your wound.
And is there a disengage action?
That dude's already taken an attack of opportunity.
Yes, he has.
Okay, Fisk is going back up then.
Okay.
And then I guess since I didn't take a disengage action, I can still shoot him. No, drinking the potion would have been the action, wouldn't it?
Yes, that would have been the action.
Alright, that's it then.
I'm gonna kind of look at you and you stand next to me and sort of confused.
You're looking at me confused?
A little bit. Like, why you didn't run past me and Fisk? Or Grits rather, sorry.
So let's see, where were we? It's Cultist 1. Yeah, Cultist 1 is going to take aim at. Let's see. It's going to take aim at where it thinks Terowin is. It's a small cannon, though, so I mean, we'll see. So that's a miss with the first shot. Oh, it's still targeting Fisk. Let's undo that. Target Terowin. And the second shot, I was planning to do these with disadvantage, but obviously that first shot doesn't need disadvantage because
Right.
that was a natural 1.
Well, the only way these things can miss me is if they roll a natural 1 because their modifier is 7.
Okay, so yeah, either one of those hits, and the damage.
Ugh. That was a lot of dice.
The second one is targeting Fisk still.
Take any damage.
You didn't. That's still hitting your fatigue point.
No, I didn't take any fatigue damage either.
Oh, well, hold on.
I was already at 39.
Blindly trusting this thing to do what it's supposed to do. Okay,
You
hold
rolled
on.
you rolled damage, but you weren't targeting me.
Oh, god damn it. This fucking game. Alright, hold on.
Well, you didn't target me.
Well, you were targeted with the fucking attacks.
Targeted Fisk with that with the attack. Oh yeah,
Well,
you did target
no.
me with the attack. I don't know
Yeah,
why it didn't.
yeah.
I don't know why the damage didn't
It's
happen.
fantasy grounds. It's fantasy grounds. Alright, let's see. So that's 32. Let's do. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the other cultist is aiming at Fisk. First shot hits. Okay, Fisk, you are at 2 below your HP, so that puts you dying. But it is not. Let's see. Not equal to or greater than your Constitution score. So there are no death saves here. You just lose 1 hit point every round until you die or become stable.
Resolve point, you mean?
No, it says a dying character loses 1 hit point every round. This continues until the character dies or becomes stable.
The thing I'm reading says something else, but I could be wrong.
Resolve points makes more sense since that's less. So I guess you run out of your resolve points. You've got 6 rounds.
You can also spend resolve points to stabilize yourself.
Yes.
Also, Grits, you should have 1 more resolve point than you do, because I think you were dying during 1 round and it like used a resolve.
I think you're correct, so I'm going to go ahead and put him back up to 4.
I was dying during a round.
It is your turn, Grits.
You can spend 1 resolve point to stabilize yourself.
I'm gonna do that. Grits, resolve, not. Which one do resolve system? Do I do the stab, stamina, or sign F?
Stab is stabilize.
There it goes.
Okay, you're stable.
And do I still have move actions?
Let me see.
You are unconscious,
Yeah.
but you're not dying anymore, so you're not going to lose any more resolve.
Okay, so I love how they're just ignoring the OP chicken in the corner of the room and picking on us little guys.
You are the tank, I noticed. You have the most hit points and the highest, you have the most hit points.
Ergon, speaking of the OP chicken.
Chickadee China, the OP chicken.
Oh my god.
So, and I think maybe if I want to try to like fire breathe them or get out and get towards you guys. Are we trying to back out and get out of this?
That's what it looks like.
That's the feeling I've been getting.
Unless you
but-
can knock them all out in one blow, and then by all means, save the day.
Yeah, at this point, I think our best option is you cheese it.
Just cheese
You
it.
can get to like right behind Terowin.
So like, basically there.
There. You can make it to there.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Can he do it without eliciting attacks of opportunity from two of them, or is he?
He hasn't left their threatened squares, so he's not getting attacks of opportunity on him. He has to leave those threatened squares to trigger that. So he's still like the cultist 3 and cultist 2 are adjacent to him right now. He would have to move away from them to trigger the attack of opportunity. So they currently don't have an attack of opportunity on him, and he didn't get close enough to cultist 1 to trigger an attack of opportunity.
Ha!
Anything else you want to do?
Can't really attack, can I? Because I already moved.
You can attack. Cultist 1 is no longer corporeal because that square underneath him went away.
Right. Not that anything's gonna do anything because I've been terrible at it. I'm gonna try to shoot 3 again, just because.
Okay, go ahead.
Right there.
So you can also you can
Nope.
if you're stable and have enough resolve points, you can spend 1 resolve point at the beginning of your turn to regain 1 hit point. So you're no longer dying immediately, become conscious, and you can take the rest of your turn as.
So cultist 3 reaches his other arm into his cloaks and pulls out yet another cannon.
What the? How many arms does this guy have?
4. Like a kasatha, but made out of metal. So Grits is unconscious, Fisk is unconscious. He's gonna start aiming at Ergon.
That's rude.
First.
Oh, there they go again. Recovering a lost connection.
You're not transmitting, Sarah? Yeah. You're back.
So that's a critical hit on you, Ergon.
God damn it.
This is gonna be twice as much damage.
Oh,
That's so many dice.
90 dice.
Okay, here comes the second hit. That's a hit.
Ow.
Okay, here comes the third.
Again?
Yep, because he pulled out a second cannon.
I'm just dead now?
Yeah, that one does push you to death.
Oh.
Like, dying, or
Let's see.
or
Hang on.
did you, like, double his hit points, or?
Not quite.
Yeah, that is more than your negative. So you hit 0, and then you have also then your Constitution score, and if you go more than that, that puts you at what is. If your hit point total is negative but not equal to or greater than your Constitution score, you're dying. When your character's current hit points drop to a negative amount equal to his Constitution score or lower, or if he succumbs to massive damage, he's dead.
I'm dead.
Yeah, Ergon is
Oh.
dead. So it is the
Okay.
top of the round. Ergon is dead. Fisk is unconscious. Grits is unconscious. Chad, you have to put your headset back on. Jesus fuck.
This is bullshit.
Put your headset back on. Taryn, you're the only one alive.
No, I'm not. I'm the only one conscious.
Yes, you're the only one conscious. And not dying.
Well, Grits is stable.
As you look around the room, you see more tiles of light starting to blink off. Ergon is lying in front of you, dead, with a massive hole punched through his shoulder. Fisk is to your left, collapsed in a heap on the floor. Grits is behind you in a heap on the floor. And there are 3 very angry-looking cultists with cannons in the room.
Fisk is small, right?
Fisk is small.
Can I lift him and run away?
Okay, as you bend over to pick Fisk up, everything goes black.
Did I have a hernia?
No.
Surprise! It's cancer.
It was all
Everything
a dream.
No, you had a space hernia.
I'm sorry, did I have an aneurysm?
I want to know what the fuck happens, because this is I don't think I've ever been a part of a TPK before.
All right, so
Fucking dead.
Terwin, everything went black. Ergon, of course, everything is black. Grits, everything is black. Fisk, everything is black. You guys are out.
Out. I'm dead. I'm farther than out.
You're a special kind of out.
Oh no!
And you slowly start to come to. Your eyes open. You have throbbing headaches, all of you.
Yes, I do.
Just like a massive
Well,
throbbing
except
migraine.
except for Ergon, you feel nothing.
I don't feel nothing. I'm just dead.
No, Ergon, you have a massive headache. Your
Wait,
eyes
how am
slowly
I
start
alive?
to open. You are all standing in the room that you entered from the floor, the skeleton room. Terwin, you've just unlocked the last padlock. The chains drop, the doors across the hall open, and 3 large Anisite robots wearing cultist robes
Motherfucker.
God
come
damn
out
it.
of the door.
It's a time loop episode, guys.
God damn it.
This is one of these things where God damn it. It's a raid boss. We're gonna keep wiping until we figure out the mechanic. We're going to have to go through our own deaths over and over again.
We're all gonna be
So what I'm-
There is
so
a
what I'm
difference.
hearing-
There is a difference
What I'm hearing
this
is
time.
this is destiny, is what I'm hearing.
Terwin, you can see this as you have dropped the last chain. The last chain falls out of your hand. You're in exactly the same position. The doors open. The 3 Anisites come through. Except this time, instead of holding staffs and pistols, they're all holding the cannons that they ended the last round of combat with. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
I
Great.
don't like you anymore.
Yeah, this is kind of
Nope.
bullshit on many levels.
I'm not happy with this right now.
I did like you.
I'm sorry, your characters aren't dead.
You think I'm bringing you nugs ever again?
We might as well be dead.
Fuck that.
This is like
Well,
goddamn
Ryan-
Sisyphus right now. What is this?
Once. It's not like you died 30 times tonight and you've had to redo this 30 times. I think you guys are overreacting a little.
Don't tell me how I'm feeling.
I'm gonna tell you, you guys are overreacting. Calm down.
You're gaslighting me. I'm very calm
So
right
do
now.
I no longer have fatigue or wound?
Correct. I'm removing that from everyone's sheets right now.
I
I
have
say
to go
we
to bed.
just cheese it, guys. Get out.
Well,
Run.
we are.
Hold on.
We're calling it
Hold
here,
on.
so you guys will
No.
have a chance to do this again next time.
Hold on. I'm just gonna scream Leroy Jenkins at the top of my lungs and run for hell.
He just runs in.
Leroy Jenkins!
Boom! Cannon to the head. Dead. As Terrorwind undoes the last lock and the pads and the chains fall to the ground.
So yeah, that's where we're ending tonight.
Heck!
Okay. I'm going to sleep now. Goodbye.
I'm gonna kill myself now.
Oh my god. Well, you'll just come back into this room if you do that. I will say this. Let's right before we wrap up, everybody go ahead and make a roll for me. We're just gonna do straight intelligence checks from all of you.
A what?
You're
Intelligence?
mocking me.
An intelligence check.
Right there.
None of you guys have very much on intelligence. Okay.
I'm a dum-dum.
Fisk, you are the only one that makes a connection between the skeletons lying on the floor in here and what you guys just
Yeah,
went through.
I know what the connection is. These guys were in the same exact spot and they didn't figure out the puzzle. You know what happened? They kept doing it until they grew old and died of natural causes.
Or, lack of water.
Oh.
So if there was more than 3 of them, I just realized there were only 3. I was gonna think, oh god, that was our bodies in there this entire time. But no.
Although I kind of like the idea that that's what you thought anyway.
That is totally what I thought. I was like, that's why I said, oh no, because I thought that was us in there, and we've been dead
But
this
that
whole
seems
time.
like something Grits might do. Like missing the number, not counting himself. Counting like everyone else.
Very much so.
Okay, yeah. Canon, Grits thinks those are the bodies of that. That's what his
No more
his
fucking
18
canon.
got him. That was a pretty high intelligence roll, but instead of making the connection that Fisk made, Grits' connection was, oh god, those are our bodies.
Oh no, everybody but Grits dies.
I almost made it out too. I was so close.
So you think. Terrorwind also wasn't dead, and Terrorwind faded to black, so don't get your hopes up.
Alright, yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night there.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Tune in next time to find out what
Bye,
happened.
guys.
We
Bye,
might even be there.
Claymore.